It's Vanessa Love. This is my channel about the mental health field and unrelated topics. So this is like more of like a life skill type thing. Sometimes like when I tell these type of stories to my friends, they're like, "Ah, like I learned so much about boundaries from you," which yay, good, woohoo. So that's good. So I it's also one of those weird things about like being in a small area and like being a therapist. Okay. So I went to grad school in Connecticut, right? I lived out in New London for a long time and was not making a lot of money. Just let's be honest. So friends that I had in grad school went almost everywhere, but like mostly not towards New London. The couple of people who did go towards New London, like they were very weird. I didn't even like get to like be around them, which like I was kind of looking for. Like I kind of wish that that was like something that was like actually encouraged instead of like the weirdness. What is being reflected in? Oh, it's the window. Okay. I was like, why does it look like it's a window's opening? It's the okay, sorry. See, literal outside. Okay, um so like like it just I was looking for community, but like I never really got it, and like I don't know, people were very weird. When they were working in New London but not necessarily living there, and I actually don't like I kind of had a falling out with one of the people who were there, because I think she was kind of a liar, and because I think that like she was trying to use my connection for herself, which had she just said, hey, could you introduce me to this person who you're talking to about A, B, and C, I'd be like, yeah, that's fine. But instead she said, give me their contact information. Listen, we don't talk like that. That's not okay. This is, if you're all networking, no. I did the work. They know me. Don't do that, because they're not going to talk to you in the same way that they talk to me, because they know me. They don't know you. And unless you're like, hey, let me introduce you to, like, or you're like, oh, I'm just curious, who was it that was like, asking for this? I could have given a company name. Like I'm not always like about, I did this. Like therapists sometimes, especially when they're not making money, will get ruthless about like trying to find your networking stuff and find it so that they can use it to their advantage. You always gotta sometimes watch what you're saying. Like it's a very, sometimes with talking to people, you have to be very careful. It's like a business thing. Like you have to be very careful sometimes. Like because you could be saying something and like just not even realizing it, and then like other people will be like, So yeah, like the people who were in New London at that time weren't even people who like I was really friendly with. So I did have other friends, right? So I had friends who in grad school who ended up being across the whole area, like across Connecticut. So let me give this person just a generic name, Jenny. So Jenny and I were very close in grad school. We were very close in grad school. We spent a lot of time together. We did a lot of stuff together. It was so fun, like getting to know Jenny. And Jenny and another person were one of the reasons why I went out to New London in the first place, and was like, wow, actually I like New London. It's a whole thing. Like, well, we went out there to get unprocessed milk. That's illegal now, but that's what the other person needed, and that was out there at that time. It is not out there now. Please don't look for it. I know there are farms out there, and I'm like, I don't think that they actually do that. There's probably too many regulations, and we all know each other. Eventually, I did, like, Jenny and I just, like, lost contact. Jenny just stopped answering any text messages, any message I ever sent her. And so I did run into her. I ran into her fairly recently. And so it was like Jenny, her husband, her best friend, and the best friend's husband. I know all of these people. I have been to the two weddings. Jenny and her husband, and then the best friend and her husband. Both of them know their stories pretty well. I have stories that I still tell about Jenny, and like very fun ones too. Like we had a great time together, but without contact, without communication, without, fostering a friendship, I was done. I'm done. Like there's no friendship. I have not talked to this person since like maybe a couple of years after graduation. So like I have not talked to Jenny longer than I was ever friends with Jenny. Like even though we were close, even though like we did so much stuff together, even though there was so much cool stuff, like we were not friends longer than we were friends, It happens. So Jenny, her best friend, her husband, best friend's husband, all at this event. Any one of them could have said, "Oh my God, nice to see you," and walked the fuck away. We would have been fine. No, what happened was I chose to ignore them. We're not friends. We haven't been friends for quite some time. Like, I think that there was resentment that I went into private practice, and like maybe Jenny kind of like eventually went into private practice. I don't know. But I also know that she's around people who don't like me. And it's just one of those things. There's a lot of people you come across, especially in grad school, and eventually you're just kind of like, we just don't vibe, we're good. And like sometimes those people kind of actively hate you. So like there was this group that it just seemed like every time I tried to like reach out, every time there was something that could be more, it just never was. And like there is like a New London connection with that, because I went to someone's like going away party and ran into let's call him Matthew. Like I ran into a different guy I was friends with all throughout grad school. We were very, very close. Like it was like sometimes flirty, but most of the time it was not. We were just like joking around and being, us. So Matthew talked to me at that like at that going away party, and he was still kind of in the same mindset as like grad school, and I don't know, there was just something about it that I was like, oh wow, I see how this was so annoying to so many other people. No, I'm good, Matthew, we don't need to be friends. So Matthew, Jenny, a couple of other people, they're all like kind of hanging out, but like, and developing themselves, as art therapists and everything, and therapists in general. I guess there's a lot with that. There was like a lot of criticism from that group in general to me, but like Jenny never told me anything. Like she just never responded. That like I don't know what happened to us, because nothing ever happened. It's like it was just a slow untethering of that friendship. I know I ran into her at some point, and it was like, oh hey, and I was dating someone at the time, and I was like, oh, like that's my friend and her husband, and the guy I was dating at the time was like, wow, they seem so happy together. They seemed like they kind of like enjoyed like going out and doing stuff. And I'm like, so, and he's like, yeah, I think when you get married, you just don't go out anymore. And I'm like, oh, it's such a, okay. He's married now, so I don't know if he doesn't go out. Maybe he does. I don't know. So yeah, like there's just like, I ran into Jenny, again, all of them, and just chose to ignore them, and there was nothing that they said to me. Like they could have rectified the situation. Do you understand? Like they could have rectified the situation. They could have been like, oh, did you not like see us? And I would have been like, oh yeah, I guess I was just kind of focused on other things, but no, they put it on me. They put it on me. And then Jenny, a therapist, a fucking therapist, could have had any fucking conversation with me that she ever wanted, right? Like, we've had 10 years to have a conversation about anything that happened between us that she wasn't cool with, that she just rethought, or anything. And instead, she, as a full-grown fucking therapist in this fucking field, decided to sit with her back to me. Like, do you understand how disrespectful that is? Like, it's just like, oh, you ignored me? Fucking fine. And I'm like, what are you right now? What are you? And, like, you know, my friends have all sorts of, like, little things that they're saying, like, oh, you know, like, you know, they were expecting a lot on you. I was like, they were expecting a lot on me. They were expecting, I think, for me to fangirl over them and for them to be like, you know, and be like, how are the kids? Like, how have everything been? How's your career? And I was like, I don't care. I don't care. If there was anything that was going to be said in the last many years, it's not, no, we're good. Don't worry about it. Yeah, like, there's nothing to be said. There's nothing left to be said. We're good. Again, had they, at any point during the night, been like, oh, good to see you, and walked the fuck away, things would have been fine between us. But, like, again, I just chose not to make eye contact. I chose not to have any, hey, no, mm-mm. And it's very weird. They chose to kind of, like, go with it. And I'm like, huh, okay. Well, I guess that's where we are. It also happened again. It was my friend's mom, but my friend. She's friends with me. Like, you know, I've gone out to the city with her and stuff. She's a friend. Okay. So, had this friend. She was going through caregiver burnout. Totally understand. Very, very tough to be the sole provider for, like, in the sandwich generation. The one where you're taking care of your adult kid who's going through a bunch of fucking shit. Not my friend, but my friend's sibling. And taking care of your parents. So she was taking care of one of her dying parents. This person did pass away. You know, sorry, very sad. You know, your parent passed away. But I'm trying to think of a good name for this person. Jeez, I usually just go with, like, Maria or something, or Mary, because they're usually, like, not, you know, like, not names of my clients. I'm just trying to think of a different name. Oh, gee, I really can't think of anyone. Really? Like, none of them? Oh, damn. Anyway, so I had this friend. There was someone who was performing. We both know this person, and so we were at the same very, very tiny event. Tiny, like 12 people. One of them is my ex-friend. And somehow, just being there with one of my other friends and just having other things going on, we just never interacted. And so this person, in the middle of them taking care of their dying parent, I was also sharing stuff about, like, my childhood. And if you don't know, I do have family members who have personality disorders. And so I tried to talk about those things because I haven't talked about them to my friends before. And I want my friends to know, hey, well, all these times that I was, like, looking very controlled, very fine, but, like, messed up on the inside, and you couldn't understand what my decisions were, and you didn't understand this or you didn't understand that. Well, it's because of these things that had happened. And sometimes my friends are like, okay, so I do read those things, and damn, you've been through a lot. But, like, in the middle of my friend taking care of her dad, or her parent who was passing away, like, she just got really upset at me for saying these stories, which I've been saying for a long time. Just like, here's this, here's this, here's this. And some of the older generation does kind of go, get the fuck over it. Well, you know, there's a lot to that, and, like, I am trying to just be like, hey, things. Like, this is things. But she, just basically said, you have to get over it, you have to stop whining about this, there's bigger things in life. Because, yeah, when you have someone who's close to you who is actively dying, there are other things in life. I get it. You know, you start reevaluating, you start changing things, and your outlook on things. Well, you know, I have a process, they have a process, and so I decided to unfriend them at that point, and this friend decided to go off on me. Now, there were some, like, things with my followers that I was like, am I fucking, like, what is going on with my followers right now? Why is it, like, every week there's, like, 3 or 4 less? Like, are people unfollowing me, or, like, are they deleting their, like, profile? Like, what's happening? And so, like, because I had mentioned that, and I was like, yeah, I just don't understand. Like, every week it seems like there's like 3 or 4 that are just like done. What is up with that? She was like, this is why you don't have friends. This is not why I don't have friends. This is why I don't have your friendship. So like, it was like a whole thing, and now I'm just like, yeah, no, it's like, we're good. And like, maybe it's a Connecticut thing where like, if someone doesn't interact with you, you don't interact back with them. I don't know if that's like a thing, but it seems like that's kind of the thing. Oh, someone didn't acknowledge your existence, don't go and talk to them. Respect their wishes. And so, sometimes I guess that's just how it goes. But the way that I ignored Jenny was just anytime I saw them or their friends, I just looked a different way and did not try to say hi or go out of my way to say hi. They didn't either. Um, which I guess good. But also, the fuck bullshit is it? Anyway, and then, like, with this other person, I didn't make eye contact with them, but it wasn't like a big deal. It was just there were other people in the room who I knew and who I wanted to talk to because I haven't seen for a while, and so yeah, that's what I did. I have to run, so I will talk with you at some other point, and I hope you have a great day. All right, thanks. Bye.